Section 28 of Scientific American Supplement, number 415, December 15th, 1883. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Larry Wilson. Scientific American Supplement, number 415, December 15th, 1883, by Various. Dammara Australis, and How to Successfully Transplant Trees. Dammara Australis. One of the noblest evergreen trees in that noblest of collections of such plants contained in the temperate house at Kew, is the subject of the present note. Some months since, cones were observed to be forming on this tree, and a representation of which we are now enabled, through the courtesy of Mrs. Dyer, to lay before our readers. We are not aware whether the tree has previously produced cones at Kew, though we have the impression that such is the case. At any rate, it has done so elsewhere, as recorded in Flore des Serres, 1856, page 75. But fertile seeds were not yielded, owing to the absence of pollen. In this country the tree is only valuable for its massive aspect and richly colored thick evergreen leaves, borne on successive tiers of branches, which render it especially suitable for the decoration of winter gardens, corridors, and such like situations, where no great amount of heat is required. In the northern island of New Zealand, however, it is quite another matter, for there, where it is known as the kauri pine, it furnishes the most valuable of timbers, as may be judged from the fact that the trunk of the tree attains a height of from 50 to 100 feet clear of the branches. Moreover, it yields a gum resin like copal, which exudes from the trunk, and which is sometimes found below the ground in the vicinity of the trees, thus giving the clue to the real nature of amber and other similar substances. The timber is of slow growth, especially valuable for the construction of masts of ships, its durability, strength, and elasticity rendering it particularly suitable for this purpose. And Laslet speaks of it as one of the best woods for working that the carpenter can take in hand, and recommends its use for the decks of yachts, for cabin panels, for joiners' work generally, or for ornamental purposes. Owing to the difficulty and expense of working the forests, and the great distance, comparatively little of it comes to this country. The London Gardener's Chronicle. How to Successfully Transplant Trees. Many think it cheaper and better to take up large trees from the woods and transplant them to their grounds or to the roadside than to buy nursery trees. As a rule, such trees die. They fail because proper precautions have not been taken. In digging up a tree, all the roots outside of a circle a few feet in diameter are cut off, and the tree is reset with its full head of branches. Whoever has seen trees in the forest that were upturned by a tornado must have been struck by the manner in which the roots run very near the surface and to a great distance. When the roots of these trees are cut off at 2 or 3 feet from the trunk, few or no fibrous or feeding roots are left, and if the mass of tops is left, the expansion of the buds in the spring will not be responded to by a supply of sap from the roots, and death must follow. If such trees have the tops completely removed, leaving only a bare pole, they usually will grow when transplanted. The tree is little more than an immense cutting, but there are roots enough left to meet the demand of the few shoots that start from the top, and growth above and below ground is well balanced. We have seen maples, elms, and basswood trees 15 feet or more high transplanted in this manner without failure. Some trees treated in this manner were planted in our neighborhood about 10 years ago. They have now as fine heads as one would wish, and show no signs of former rough treatment. Trees in pastures or on the edge of the woods are better furnished with roots. These should be prepared for transplanting by digging down to the roots and cutting off all that extended beyond the desired distance. This will cause the formation of fibrous roots near the tree. It will be safer to take 2 years for the operation, cutting half of the roots each year. Such trees may be removed in safety, especially if a good share of the top is removed at transplanting. American Agriculturalist. End of section 28. End of Scientific American Supplement, number 415, December 15, 1883, by Various.